step right into the jungle of nostalgia. We're rolling the dice to revisit the unforgettable cast of 1995's Jumanji, exploring their iconic roles and uncovering where their epic journeys have led them in 2025. In 1995, at 44 years old, Williams was at the peak of his career, bringing wild energy and heartfelt charm to the role that made us root for his escape. His improvisational genius shone, as in Aladdin, where he ad-libbed most of the genie's lines. Interesting fact, a dedicated gamer, he named his daughter Zelda after the Legend of Zelda series. Sadly, Robin passed away in 2014 at 63 years old by suicide due to undiagnosed Lewy body dementia. His legacy lives on through films, tributes like the Robin Williams Tunnel, and documentaries such as Robin's Wish. He inspired millions, leaving 3 children, including Zelda, now directing in 2025. In 1995, at 47 years old, Jonathan Hyde delivered a memorable performance in Jumanji, showcasing his versatility from stage to screen. A Royal Shakespeare Company veteran, he had just starred as Herbert Cadbury in Richie Rich. Interesting fact, an Australian who moved to the UK in 1969, he won the Bancroft Gold Medal at RADA in 1972, marking his early stage excellence. In 2025, at 77 years old, Hyde's career thrives with roles in Titanic, The Mummy, and recent projects like Dr. Jekyll and The Brutalist in 2023 to 2024. He played the Duke of Norfolk in The Crown in 2023 and Claudius in Hamlet in 2024. Married to soprano Isabel Buchanan since 1980, they have 2 daughters, including actress Georgia King. In 1995, at 13 years old, Kirsten Dunst was already a rising star after her Golden Globe-nominated role in Interview with the Vampire. Her Jumanji performance showcased her talent for handling chaos with poise, cementing her as a young actress to watch. Interesting fact, she was named one of People's 50 Most Beautiful People in 1995, boosting her early fame. In 2025, at 43 years old, Dunst is a powerhouse with hits like the Spider-Man trilogy as Mary Jane and acclaimed roles in Melancholia, earning a Best Actress award and The Power of the Dog. Her 2024 film Civil War kept her in the spotlight. Married to Jesse Plemons since 2022, they have 2 sons and often collaborate. She holds dual American-German citizenship. In 1995, at 12 years old, Bradley Pierce brought charm to Jumanji, fresh from voicing Chip in Beauty and the Beast. His role highlighted his ability to shine amid the film's groundbreaking effects. Interesting fact, he voiced Tails in the Sonic the Hedgehog TV series, blending live action and animation early in his career. In 2025, at 42 years old, Pierce has stepped back from full-time acting but voiced in Pokémon, Detective Pikachu in 2019. He runs Pierce and Luna, a bartending consulting firm, and produces indie films through Zepho Entertainment, like Deacon in 2018. In 1995, at 34 years old, Bonnie Hunt brought warmth and humor to Jumanji, earning a Saturn Award for Best Supporting Actress. Fresh from her improv roots with The Second City, she added heart to the chaotic adventure. Interesting fact, a lifelong Chicago Cubs fan, she attended every opening day since 1977 and celebrated their 2016 World Series win. In 2025, at 64 years old, Hunt's iconic voice graces Pixar films like Cars as Sally Carrera and Toy Story as Dolly. She starred in Red One as Mrs. Claus in 2024 and created the series Amber Brown in 2022. Divorced since 2008, she supports the Multiple Myeloma Research Foundation. In 1995, at 36 years old, Bebe Newworth brought comedic edge to Jumanji, building on her Emmy-winning role as Lilith in Cheers. Her Broadway background added polish to the chaotic role. Interesting fact, a trained dancer, she debuted on Broadway in a chorus line in 1980 and won Tony Awards for Sweet Charity in 1986 and Chicago in 1996. In 2025, at 66 years old, Newworth shines on stage and screen, earning a Tony nod for Cabaret in 2024. She reprised Lilith in the 2023 Frasier revival and appeared in Julia until 2023. She returned as Nora in Jumanji, The Next Level in 2019. Married to Chris Culkin since 2009, she supports dancers via the Actors Fund. In 1995, at 39 years old, David Allan Greer stole scenes in Jumanji with his comedic flair, fresh from In Living Color sketches. His role, complete with his car being devoured by a pod, blended humor and heart. Interesting fact, his family marched with Martin Luther King Jr. in Detroit, where King gave an early "I Have a Dream" speech in 1963. In 2025, at 69 years old, Greer's versatility shines in The Color Purple in 2023 and the American Society of Magical Negroes in 2024. He stars as Ron in St. Denis Medical on NBC and announced the 2024 Oscars. A Tony winner for A Soldier's Play in 2021, he's an avid cook and motorcyclist. In 1995, at 35 years old, Patricia Clarkson brought nuance to her small Jumanji role despite a career lull. Known for films like The Deadpool, her performance grounded the family dynamic. Interesting fact, from New Orleans, she highlighted the 2010 Deepwater Horizon spill in a PSA, reflecting her environmental advocacy rooted in her upbringing. In 2025, at 65 years old, Clarkson's acclaimed for indie films like Pieces of April, earning a 2003 Oscar nod, and Sharp Objects, winning a 2018 Golden Globe. Recent roles include Grey in 2023 and her West End debut in Long Day's Journey into Night in 2024. In 1995, at 13 years old, Adam Hanberg captured the vulnerability and courage of young Allan in Jumanji, setting the stage for Robin Williams' older Allan. Interesting fact, a child prodigy, Hanberg was accepted into Wesleyan University at 16, showcasing his intellect early on. In 2025, at 43 years old, Hanberg has largely stepped away from acting, with his last role in Halloween H20 in 1998. He transitioned to writing, contributing to TV shows like The Americans and The Nick. A private figure, he lives in Los Angeles, focusing on screenwriting and family life, married with no public details on children. In 1995, at 14 years old, Laura Bell Bundy brought innocence and spunk to young Sarah in Jumanji, setting the stage for Bonnie Hunt's older Sarah. Already a stage talent, she starred in Ruthless, off-Broadway at age 9. Interesting fact, both Britney Spears and Natalie Portman were her understudies in Ruthless, a quirky connection to future stars. In 2025, at 44 years old, Bundy's a Tony-nominated actress for Legally Blonde, the musical, and a Billboard Top 5 country artist. She starred in The Cottage on Broadway in 2023 and voices Mrs. Sprinkles in The Fairly Odd Parents, Fairly Odder. In 1995, at 37 years old, Jillian Barber brought a subtle but pivotal presence to Jumanji as Mrs. Thomas, introducing the Shepherd family to the game's chaos. A seasoned actress, she was known for roles in The Stepfather and Needful Things. Interesting fact, Barber created the musical theater program at Capilano University in 2007, showcasing her passion for arts education. In 2025, at 67 years old, Barber's career includes TV roles in Chesapeake Shores as Deidre Peck from 2018 to 2022 and The Man in the High Castle as Alice Adler. She continues teaching at Capilano University in British Columbia. In 1995, at 47 years old, Malcolm Stewart portrayed Jim Shepherd in Jumanji, bringing a grounded parental presence. A Canadian actor with Broadway credits like Dracula alongside Frank Langella, he had a knack for supporting roles in films like Miracle on 34th Street. Interesting fact, Stewart is a licensed pilot, a skill he's maintained alongside his acting career. In 2025, at 77 years old, Stewart's career thrives with roles in Riverdale as Francis DuPont until 2023 and Chesapeake Shores as Dennis Peck. He appeared in 3 2009 Sundance films, Moon, Grace, and Helen. Married to Dr. Cheryl Wilson, they have one child, and he holds citizenship in 3 countries. In 1995, at 36 years old, Peter Bryant played a paramedic in Jumanji, a small but memorable role in the film's frantic climax. Already building a career, he appeared in TV shows like The Commish and Highlander. Interesting fact, born in Australia, Bryant moved to North America, where he became a versatile actor known for sci-fi, appearing in all 3 major series, The X-Files, Stargate SG-1, and Smallville. In 2025, at 65 years old, Bryant's career thrives with roles like Waldo Weatherby in Riverdale from 2017 to 2023 and the Army Chief of Staff in Sonic the Hedgehog in 2020. Recent guest spots include Tracker and Fire Country in 2024. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.